Hey guys, so I had to do another empties video for you. My empties drawer was absolutely overflowing and I really need to get rid of all this stuff and just put it in for recycling. So I'm going to start off with the hair stuff because I have quite a lot of hair stuff and I'm usually down to this guy here. So it's the Stafford hair growth treatment. Again, I won't go on about it because I've harped on about it a million times before. I have 3 of these emptied since my last empties video, which was a few months ago now, and I go through about 1 of these a month, I'd say, and they were absolutely brilliant for, you know, getting your hair in good condition and stuff like that. And then another treatment I did try as well was this Pantene Expert Age Defy one, which if you watch my recent hair care video, you'll see me going on about it a little bit more. So watch that video if you are interested in kind of what I'm doing with my hair at the moment. But this was another lovely little treatment, and again, it's really good for the condition of your hair as well as your scalp, which I think is really important. I went through all of these guys, but I actually gave the conditioner and the treatment to my sister and my mum at home. So this was the Pantene Youth Protect 7 shampoo, and I did do a blog post on all of these, so I'll just link to that below if you're interested in more of them. But I'm really into these kind of anti-aging hair things recently. I just think they're really cool and I really like the kind of idea behind them. And yeah, they really do help to strengthen and give your hair more body and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's a fab product, and of course Pantene isn't that expensive. Now for the next thing, I use a lot of the Aussie products. Now some of them do get sent to me, but I've been using them for years. I think they're great products, particularly for the quality and the price, and they're very readily available all over Ireland. You get them in most of our grocery stores and in all our pharmacies and stuff like this. So this was one of the 3-minute miracle reconstructors. Actually no, this was, did I get a couple of these? I can't even remember, because I give a good few of these to my sisters and my mum, you see, whenever I get a few bits, because I'll never get through everything myself, so I'll usually keep my favourite one and then my mum and my sister gets whatever else is left over. But this was the Reconstructor Deep Conditioner for damaged hair, and my hair would be a little bit damaged at the ends, obviously because it's colour treated, but mainly I have just this one little panel at the side that used to be bleached and that's damaged there. But this is lovely, and I absolutely adore the Aussie stuff because of the scent. They have the most, all their products have the most beautiful scent. I don't even know what it is. I don't know. It doesn't actually say what the scent is on it, but it's absolutely just gorgeous anyhow. So I really love them for that. And then the last 2 hair things really are these John Frieda Radiant Red conditioners. So they're these guys here, and obviously because I have a red colour in my hair, I do kind of use the colour treated stuff every now and again, but to be honest, I don't use it all the time, and I don't notice the hugest difference in it. The main difference I notice when I use hair colour treated stuff, or stuff for colour treated hair, is the ones that are colour depositing, so the ones that actually give a little bit of colour to pep up your own colour. And that's just basically kind of like colouring your hair all the time, which I couldn't be bothered with. But this was really nice. What does it say? They're both protecting, anti-fade technology, and preserves colour, magnifies shine. I'm not sure if this one was colour depositing. No, this one was non-colour depositing. So basically all it does is help your colour not fade as quickly, rather than, you know, pepping up the colour, and it does help with the shine, which of course helps make the conditioner of your hair look a lot better. Okay, now I'll move on to some of the like face wash stuff and things like that I've been using, like say mainly in the shower. So this guy here I just finished, and it's the Roche-Posay Physiological foaming water. This is great. It looks like water in the actual thingy-majiggy here, and then when you pump it out, it comes out like, I wonder can I do it, there's a tiny bit left, yeah. It comes out like foam like that, even though there's like practically nothing left in it, but it takes very little to actually come out. So I might get maybe 1 more use out of this. But this is the most gentle wash. I do find like that a lot of face washes do dry out my skin. It feels very tight afterwards and uncomfortable. And I suppose I have to be a little bit more not careful, but I tend to be a little bit more good to my, that's the worst English ever. I tend to be a little bit better to my skin since using the retinol, because your skin can get a little bit sensitive when you're using like retinol treatments and stuff like that. So I want every other thing that I use on my face to be very, very delicate and sensitive, and you know, not to do me any damage, not damage but irritation or whatever, and this is fab. So anyone who's looking for a really, really lovely face wash that doesn't particularly dry them out or do anything like that, this is really, really good. And of course the Roche-Posay is always like free of all the bad things, like it's paraben free and soap free and all that kind of stuff, and it's made kind of for sensitive skin. So I have a second one of this ready to use and I'm loving it. Then this guy here from, I think it is Balance Me, is that the name of the company? Yeah, Balance Me, which I'd never heard of before. I actually got it free in a magazine recently, and it's from 98.8% natural origin. It's Daily Essentials Pure Skin Face Wash. It's a skin balancing cleanser for normal to combination skin. I found that this maybe did dry me out a little bit, but holy god, the smell of it was horrible. It was just so overwhelming. It was a really, really strong smell. I don't even know what I would liken it to. It was just extremely unpleasant. Kind of like maybe the way if you got seaweed stuck up your nose, that would be an extremely unpleasant, very, very strong smell. This kind of thing would be similar, and I just really, I was struggling to finish it off, only because it's such a small size, because it's only 50ml in it. That's the only reason I say I finished it off. But yeah, I can't really say this blew me away by any means, but anyhow. Okay, so for the last shower thing, really, it would be this Johnson's Be Fresh and Imagine shower gel. I like my fruity smelling gels and I don't use, I rarely use moisturisers after I shower, so I like stuff to be quite, what's the word I'm looking for, moisturising when I use them in the shower. So I like this guy here, and it's just a basic, there's nothing really fancy to it, it's just a nice moisturising shower gel, and that's that. So it's just from Johnson's & Johnson's, and it's their White Peach and Tea Rosa aroma. It's nothing fancy at all, it's just one of the ones I finished. Then for all the face bits I finished, so of course I go through my thermal water sprays and my other water sprays like no one's business. So this is one of the Roche-Posay ones. It's the thermal water, or the La Roche-Posay one. Try that again. This is the La Roche-Posay thermal water sensitive skin spring water spray, and it's natural antioxidant, soothes and softens. I just love these. I just use them constantly on my face. I'd go through a couple of them a month easily, because I'm constantly spraying. Then this was a sample size of the Vichy I don't know why I'm getting so mixed up today. This was a sample size of the Vichy thermal water spray, and honestly there's no difference between the two of them. They're like, you know, they kind of act the same, do the same. I have a couple of water sprays actually. I finished another one of my beloved Fix Pluses. I kind of said I do prefer my Mineralize more a little bit recently, I think, just because I think it gives a nice glow to the skin. But say if it's a really hot kind of summer, if we're having a particularly hot summer, or if I was somewhere really warm, I'd probably just go back to this, because I don't want necessarily a glow if I'm going to be all sweaty anyhow. So I do love both of them though, and the Fix Plus is a bit less expensive than the Mineralize one. Then this is another one I tried out because it was new and I'd never come across it before. It was the Botanics, yeah, the Botanics Rose Water Toning Spritz, 100% organic. This is a nice one as well. If I remember correctly though, I think it was a bit more expensive than what I'd like. And what was the size you get in it? 150ml. There's 100ml in this, in the MAC one. This is 150ml, but it was still quite expensive. I think you're talking about €8 or €9. I could be making that up now. I remember thinking it was too expensive, but it is lovely, and I like my rose water spritzes. I like the smell of it and all that kind of stuff, and this is toning more so than just a water spray. So this is probably more of a toner than just a water spray. And then my the girl I go up to in the Galway Skincare and Laser Clinic, which I highly recommend to anyone who needs anything done with their face. That's where I've gotten my laser treatments done in the past, and facials and stuff like that. Irene is the girl who runs it. She gave me this little Murad Osmolite tonic spray, just a little sample the last time I was up there, and it's basically a lovely hydrating mist spray like any of those ones. And it says for added hydration boost, hold and spritz on your, hold like away from your face, spritz and let it dry for 1 to 2 minutes. But this is just lovely. I don't really know the price or anything like that, but it was a nice little one. It's a handy little bottle as well. And then I have a few Miscellar solutions which I spoke about in my like 2013 favourites. I won't go on about them here, but I finished 2 of the L'Oreal Paris ones because I think they were on a 2 for 1 when I got them up in Boots, or else they could have just been like on special offer, because I think they usually cost around 6, but you can often get them for around €4. Yeah, something like that anyhow. And I think I got those ones in Cara Pharmacy. And then I also finished off one of my Roche-Posay ones. I think I have another one ready to go. I have one of the Vichy ones ready to go after I finish whatever my next one is. So this is the Physiological Miscellar solution for sensitive skin. So of course the Roche-Posay and the Vichy ones are going to be a little bit more expensive, but I love them nonetheless. This one, the Roche-Posay one, has a bit more of a scent to it than the other two that I mentioned. And I know everyone goes on and on and on about the Bioderm being amazing, and once you try that you won't go back, but to be honest, like, these are just so nice that I can't fault them. There's nothing wrong with them, so I don't know why I'd bother spending more on something that's way harder to get a hold of. Anyhow, then I'm not showing you all of these because I have 4 empty ones of these since my last empties video. So these are the Garnier Simply Essentials 2-in-1 eye makeup remover, or it's makeup remover for your whole face. And like I said, I mentioned this in my 2013 favourites, so you can go check that out in the first video, which was about skincare and like foundations and stuff. But these are brilliant. They take off everything, and they were my saviour during when I was doing my Halloween videos, because of course there was so much gum to get off my face. Then again, I'm not showing you all of these guys, but there are 5 of these empty, but of course I use these up a lot because of my, you know, freelance work, makeup jobs. And this is the MAC brush cleanser. I have tried numerous brush cleansers from loads of different companies, and none of them, for me anyhow personally, work as well as the MAC one. Now of course I don't like the packaging of the MAC brush cleanser, so I always decant them myself into a Spritz bottle that I just get down in like Boots or whatever. But I love these. I think they went up, did they go up €1? Yeah, they're gone up to €14 now here in Ireland. I don't mind, they're still brilliant. Then for the last few skincare bits, I finished this Clinique Super Defense SPF 25 moisturiser, but to be honest it was a little bit of a struggle, just because I love how my skin looked with it, and you know, it has the SPF 25 and all that kind of stuff in it, but for some reason it kind of stung my face if I was in any way a little bit sensitive. So I suppose as my face was getting used to the retinol as well, and I was sensitive from that, this was affecting it. And if I maybe used, what's the thing I have, you know, then it's kind of like the I'm not going to think of the word now, but it's the number 7 face brush, the oscillating face brush, or whatever you call it. And if I used that, and I wouldn't go crazy with it by any means, I'd use it on the very low setting, and I wouldn't kind of go over the same area twice, but when I like exfoliated my face very well, and if I used this afterwards, it stung a bit, so that's why I didn't love that. And none of my other moisturisers do that, so it wasn't just me being particularly sensitive. I think there was something in this that was bothering me, so I won't be repurchasing it anyhow. The Origins Plantscription Anti-Aging Eye Treatment. I really like this. This is just a nice little eye cream. It has loads of science behind it that's meant to make it absolutely amazing, but all I know is that it just made my eye area look a little bit firmer. I'd say they kind of maybe form a little bit of a film over the eye, but it's really moisturising, and I just felt that if I was in any way dehydrated or a bit wrinkly looking around the eyes, this really helped. Yeah, the Plantscription line is really good. I just got one of their concealer, and I'm dying to try that out. I've actually had it for a little while now, but I haven't tried it out yet, so I'm going to let you know how I get on with that. But I really like that line, and I like Origins in general. So next I'll finish off with the last like 4 bits. So I have a MAC Prep and Prime Lip, which I love. I just don't wear lip colours without using a lip primer, so I suppose I go through them very quickly, although I did pick up a much cheaper Sally Hansen one just there last week, so I'm dying to try that out and see how I get on with it. Then I finished off another MAC Fling. So obviously Fling is not my colour, but I just use it so often in my kit that I think it's worth mentioning. If I was to use an eye colour on myself from one of those MAC ones, it would be probably Strut, because I'm a little bit red at the moment, or Spite. But Lingering would be the one that I have used always in the past, but I like to go a tiny bit deeper or darker for the winter months. And then the last couple of bits, I have one of these Vichy Aqualia Thermal Lips, so it's just a lip conditioner. I love it. I love those ones. I will use it from both that and Roche-Posay. And then I just about finished this Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum Foundation in 51. So I have all of these colours in my kit. I'm number 51, and the reason this finished so quickly is because I use it on myself as well as in my kit. And this is a beautiful foundation. I'm actually wearing it today because I wanted to use up the very last little bit of it before I showed it in the video, but this is a fantastic I was going to say budget, but it's not the cheapest one in the world. It's about €16, but this is practically the exact same as, is it the one of the Chanel foundations. This is meant to be an exact dupe for it. I haven't actually tried the Chanel one, but Chanel and Bourjois are owned by the same like company, umbrella company or whatever, so I think a lot of their products tend to be the exact same. This is just obviously aimed at more high street kind of buyers or whatever. So this is a gorgeous foundation. I highly recommend anyone trying it out. If you're looking for a superior, try that again. If you're looking for a superior quality foundation without actually having to spend the like 40-50 euro that you normally would on the higher end ones, try this out. It's beautiful. So that's that, guys. I will start building up my next empties from now on, and it doesn't take me long to build them up, but it's usually like all these kind of big bulky ones that build up quickly. And like I said, I rarely get through too much makeup because I try so many different makeups at the one go. But anyhow, thanks a million for watching, guys. I'll chat to you all really soon, and take care. Slán.